Michelle, and we're here today from Austin, Texas, and we're in my neighborhood dog park. So you're going to see, a lot of people photobombing us as we are taping this, hopefully with a bunch of dogs and just running and doing their morning exercise. It's summertime, it's humid, it's 8:30 a.m., so forgive me if my glasses fog up. We're here today to talk to you about pet sitting and having a pet sitting business. So maybe you're on the cusp of thinking about starting one, or maybe perhaps you already have one and you're coming through some operational humps and bumps, and so we're here to help you out with those things. I've operated my business for about over 5 years, and we have over 200 clients and probably have been taking care of more than 400 animals. Our animals range from everything from chickens, which are super easy to take care of, and a lot of people in Austin have chickens, horses, gerbils, chinchillas, and of course cats and dogs. You have the ability to take care of any kind of animal that you want to. I choose not to take care of snakes due to various reasons, but that's my decision. So we have had some, bumps along the way, but I have reached out for help to other pet sitters and realized I want to help everybody in this country to help make their business operational and rewarding and successful and profitable, because it has allowed me time to spend time with my family. It's been rewarding to have free time and not sit behind a desk and be outside and hang out with dogs. So one of the things that you're going to have to deal with when you start your business is what is going to be your service area. So do you want to stay in your neighborhood? Do you want to go to a more affluent neighborhood? A lot of this depends upon what size of town that you live in. I mean, I live in Austin, so it's very spread out. It's a big city, so we needed to concentrate on a specific area. And first I want to tell you what we chose to do, and then out of all the variables that were in front of us to choose from. So we chose a 10-mile radius area, which is a big area. And over the years, we've been able to narrow down within that 10-mile radius. One of the things that we needed to consider was how far we wanted to drive between homes. I didn't want myself or my pet sitters spending more than 10 minutes in the car between homes, so 10 to 15 minutes tops. Also, one reason I chose to stick in our area is because we have a main thoroughfare road called Slaughter Road, and we spend more of our time on that road going to and fro from neighborhood to neighborhood. So it makes it a lot easier for us to get from home to home. Also, we live in an upper middle class neighborhood, so a lot of people here have dogs and cats, and when they go on vacations, they need them taken care of. A lot of people in our neighborhood take business trips, so they need their animals taken care of while they're out of town. A lot of people, since Austin's so big, work so far away that they need their animals taken out to go to the bathroom during the day. So it just makes it easier to concentrate and pick up plenty of clients in our 10-mile radius. What we did when we narrowed it down was we chose to stick in an area that was we found that we were getting more clients from. Rather than going east, we typically go more west in our 10-mile radius and cover that whole area. So after a year or so, you're able to just figure everything out and keep it in one area. So grab some paper, sit down, get your pencil ready, make a list of areas that you think you might want to take care of. Just even if you don't think you want to take care of them, write it down and write down a bunch of pros and cons for each thing. And we're going to go over some of those because we went through the same process when trying to figure out what areas to take care of. One of them that we wrote down was a more affluent area. You think people who have more money probably take way more vacations than we do. They probably have animals. 9 times out of 10 they do. They work long business hours, so they might need their dog taken out for a walk. They don't have time to exercise their dogs. They don't have time to come home and let their dogs out to pee in the afternoon. They perhaps take more business trips. But what you want to make sure of is your time factor. Is it worth your time? Is it worth your expenses? Can you get enough client base to make that work? For me, it was we declined it because it was going to be a 15 to 20 minute drive without any traffic to be able to go to those areas. Plus, it was going to take another year or two to build up that client base in that area, and you want to make a little bit more money along the way. So just sit down and make sure about those pros and cons of whatever city that you live in to see if that's going to work for you or not. One of the other factors in areas that we looked at and seriously considered was just focusing on apartment complexes. We have a lot of huge apartment complexes here. It seems like a no-brainer. You make nice with the management and get them to allow you to put up postings by the mailboxes in the community centers, do some advertising, some door hangings, whatever they allow you to do. Get them on your side so that they'll refer you to their people who are signing new leases. One of the reasons we chose not to do that is because I prefer more longevity. People who own single family homes tend not to move very fast, and people who sign a lease on an apartment are usually going to only be there for about a year. So you're going to have a lot of turnover with clients, and if you're okay with that, go for it, because that is one-stop shopping. You go to one apartment complex and you can probably get at least 20 clients in your first few months of having your business. And so if you want to start quick and keep it that way, go for it, because it's pretty easy to do. One of the other things that we looked at was, do we just take clients from anywhere? Or if somebody calls me from an area that's 30 minutes away when I got started, am I going to take them on just so I can get some social media talk going on and get referrals on Yelp, or get referrals from my website, testimonials, referrals for other clients so they can call them? And we decided it wasn't worth the expense, because one thing that's going to happen is, what happens when you do build up your clientele in the area that you really want, then you have to drop that person and they're on their own to go find a new pet sitter, because you don't have the time anymore, nor the expenses, to drive 30 minutes away, 40 minutes away to the opposite side of town to take care of their animals. However, if you live in a town of about 100,000 or less, you can probably do that to get it going and make it last for a year or two until you get your client base going, or you hire other sitters to take care of that part of town. If you're in a town of 50,000 or less, you can probably take care of the entire town. So it depends upon where you live and how you want to spend your time in your car, and what neighborhoods you feel comfortable in. That's another thing I want to talk to you about. I just forgot about that. Spend some time your first week or two monitoring police activity in the neighborhoods that you're thinking of, because you want to feel safe, because you're going to be there a lot of dark evenings. So you want to, and your sitters, if you start to hire people, you want them to feel safe. And start monitoring for 2 weeks. You will see if there's a pattern going on. In our 10-mile radius, on the cusp of one side, there was just too much police activity going on in the first week, and we just decided, nah, we're not going to deal with that area, because I don't want anybody feeling nervous about their job, especially me. But it's on you if something happens to your sitter, because it's just in a non-safe area. So you want to take care of yourself and take care of your sitters. So I highly recommend there's a lot of apps that you can download to just monitor the activity that goes on a daily basis. I hope today's discussion about picking out your service area has been helpful and just gives you some food for thought. Because what you want out of this business is to not feel overwhelmed from driving from home to home and making everything fit into your lifestyle, your family lifestyle, your personal lifestyle. Your own dogs need you, your cats need you, so make it work. Don't hesitate. And if you have any questions about this, please post that in the blog, or in the question below my blog, and I will personally answer everything. Sign up for your email right here, and the next video that we post will come directly to you. And next week we're going to be talking about how to pick your business name, because there's a lot of things involved in that. There's different domains and you want to find a webmaster that's going to be hosting your site, that's going to take care of you, because you're not going to have time to take care of it yourself. And that's all for today. If you really want to spend time serving your pets and clients, we can make this work. We can make your business work. We can make it profitable and rewarding for you. And as one of my favorite dog trainers in the entire world once told me while I was training my dog, to smile and be more fun than dirt.